Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna see if I can get this old Power King economy tractor fired up. This is actually my great-grandfather's little tractor. He mainly used it for mowing. He used to have a deck on it, but this is a pretty cool little tractor. I'm gonna go over it real quick, tell you what I'm gonna do to get ready to try to fire it up. It probably hadn't ran in 4 or 5 years. Last time I had it running, it backfired and blew the muffler out, blew the side out the muffler, literally. My ears were ringing for a long time after it's 3 or 4 days. But I guess I'll start up here. It's got a Kohler Magnum 18 horse. It's a V-twin. Let's see. There's where the muffler blew out of it right there. I'm gonna put a fuel filter on it because there's a little bit of trash in the tank. I got the starter off of it right now because last time I tried to crank it, the starter acted like it wouldn't want to work very well. So I got the starter off of it. I'm about to take a look at it. Maybe I can get it working. I also got a couple bad batteries. I'm trying to get the strongest one that I have, and maybe one of them will have enough power to turn this thing over. But I'll test it by testing the starter before I even put it on here. If I can get the starter working, get fuel to it, I'm pretty sure it's going to run just fine. Seat's pretty rusty. It's got a 4-speed transmission. That's pretty cool. Throttle hour meter. I can't hardly tell how many hours it's got on it right now. But it's got a good sized tire on it back here. It's pretty neat. It's got a big fuel tank on it. It's also got these portals. You can see it's got these portals on it right here. I'm guessing that's what that is. It's also got a, you can't see right now, but it's also got a Spicer rear end in it, or it's center chunk. Here, I'm gonna cut my flash on. Oh yeah, you can see there, Spicer. I don't know what size it is, but for an 18 horse tractor, it's pretty heavy duty. It always ran good and had good power, so I figured I could get it running and use it for towing stuff around here at the house. At least I can put a little use to it. That's what I really need to do. But alright, I'm about to go to my garage. I'm gonna show you guys a starter. I went through the oil, checked the oil, it looked good. I mean, it's a little black, but good enough to fire up. Could probably use some new spark plug wires. But it's alright. You see I got a dirt dauber in there on my drive shaft. But that's gonna feel great. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little tractor. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, after my great-grandfather passed away, my dad would go and mow the grass with it still, and eventually he had some trouble with the deck. I don't remember what he did with it, but I'm gonna hopefully use this thing. I don't know if the tires are gonna hold air. This one still got air in it. I think this one might have air in it too. I don't know about the other two. I know that front one over there on the other side's flat, but we're gonna see how she goes. If I have to, I may pull the carburetor off of it and clean it up, or you know, I may blow it out, you know, if I need to. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Putting this fuel filter on it, I think, is gonna keep any trash from getting in there, so we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'm back in some daylight now. Had my battery on charge for a little while. Hopefully it'll hold up for a little bit. If not, I'm probably just gonna have to bite the bullet and get me a new battery. Give her a little fuel. Let me see what happens after I hook the battery up. Oops, plenty of fuel. Okay, that wasn't too much there. Choke a little bit maybe if I need to. clutch in. See if that helps. I don't know if it's got a safety switch on it or not. Okay, the battery ain't died yet, so that's good. Maybe got just a little weaker, but hang in there. Okay. Alright guys, after pulling out my voltmeter and doing a little research, I figured out that this red wire here that feeds this white wire right here goes to the coil. Well, this is supposed to have 0 voltage and is actually a kill wire, which is pretty confusing because there's a red wire going to it. Most people think it should have power. It is actually getting 6 volts, so I don't know if that would have fried my coil or not, but hopefully it didn't. So I don't know, we're gonna find out. But anyway, I got this here so I could hook it up. But 6 volts coming through that wire means that I probably have a bad ignition switch. So hopefully this will help me bypass that, and maybe something will happen. See what happens here. All right. And give her another little squirt of fuel. They say with that wire unhooked, it should run if it turns over, so I don't know. Well, I guess they were right, it does run. All right. So that may have been my problem. Alright. Let's see if the fuel pump sucked any fuel up in here. Oh, it was stuck wide open, it seemed like there for a second. Oh, alright. So, I'm guessing the ignition switch was the problem. Darn key was actually off the whole time. So, alright. So where should I go from here? Maybe try to get this thing. It needs to get some fuel. So it really needs. Maybe she'll run off some carb cleaners. I got a fire now, that's for sure. Okay. Now I just got to get some fuel going to it and get this thing where it ain't held wide open here. Get that figured out, and then we'll see what happens from there. little voltage now. Shoot, that wasn't bad. She's running like a champ now. Throttle response isn't real good, but I'm gonna air the tires up, grease her up, and we'll get her rolling. Okay, guys, got my handy dandy old grease gun here. I'm gonna go around and grease all these fittings up. One thing that I do is I like to clean off my grease fittings before I grease them, because if you don't and you grease it, you got a dirty grease fitting, it's just gonna push dirt into whatever you're greasing up. So as you can see, that sucker there, it don't look real good. Give her a little clean up. Now it should be ready to go. See? Okay. Upon further examination, I was messing around, decided to check my transmission oil or transmission fluid. Looks like there's a possibility there may be a little water in there. Come on now. It's not looking very good, so I'm gonna drain this out. And I don't know what this thing takes, but I know it's a standard transmission. I don't think it runs off hydraulic fluid, because hydraulic fluid goes in right there and the level on it's fine. Don't have water in it. So I got some gear oil I'm just gonna put in here, because I know it's gonna be better than that. So, well, that thing, it tells you right there. Let's see what this says here. Transmission, and it don't say. Okay. Gear cases 80-90, differential 80-90, and the engine 10W30. Pretty cool. Just noticed that there. But she's gonna get some gear oil. That's what she's gonna get. All right. Try to get the old vice grips under the old pan. And try to get the old vice grips on this nut up here. It's a square nut. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but this is how it's gonna happen for now. Hopefully I don't round her off. You can tell I've got a little silicone on it, so I'll make sure to put some gasket maker back on there. Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. Okay, so this stuff isn't coming out very good. So I put my air hose up through the oil hole right there and use it to try to blow it out, and it obviously shot out. I just barely bumped it, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and try to blow it out. That little bit of fluid, other looking fluid you see in there, is a little brake clean, a little WD-40 I put down in there to try to help wash it out. Up, little air. That wasn't the goal. Up. Okay. Let's see if I can hold the pan. I'm gonna hold the pan up closer, higher to the top, and let her eat. So it'll catch this fluid here. Hopefully. All right. that sit for a minute, and then probably spray some more WD-40 down in there. Maybe some brake clean first, just to try to loosen some of that crap up and get it on out of there if I can. All right. Got my wagon with 2 flat tires. Drilled me a hole for a strap. Got me another piece of wood hooked up to it. Got it loaded down. We're about to haul all this right over there. See how it does. Should be pretty easy for this thing, I think. So see how it goes. All right. Let's go ahead and start it off in third gear. All right, I'm gonna do a little recap now to end it off here. Tell you guys what I did to it to get it to this point. Of course, I changed the starter on it, put a fuel filter on it. At that point, I tried cranking it up, wouldn't crank. Figured out that let's see right there, I disconnected the kill switch wire to the coil. That gave it fire. After that, it's pretty much ready to run. Got it fired up, and then drove it around the house, greased it up, cleaned it up a little bit. I did put a tire on it that I had around here. Luckily, it told in there. And then I went ahead and cleaned the carburetor. The float was stuck in the carb. Fixed that. The main jet was all clogged up. I went ahead and cleaned it out too. So that really helped it out a lot. In the meantime, I ended up checking my transmission oil right there. Figured out it's full of water, so I flushed it out about 3 times. And then I took it on a little rip that you guys saw. So yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty fired up that I got it running. And if you tuned in this video, you're watching Driving with Drew, and I'll see you later. All right, guys, I'm gonna do a quick little recap here before I end it off. Of course, you know, I put the starter on there and put the fuel filter on there. Tried to crank it, wasn't running good. It would get a little bit of fire, but that was it. Figured out that the ignition switch was killing the coil wire. That's it right there. I unhooked it, and then it started getting great fire. I got it fired up, pulled it around the side of the house, and it was running really rich, and got over there to look over everything. Ended up pulling the carburetor off of it and clean the float bowls in it. And also clean out the main jet. It was full of crud and bad gas. And in the meantime, I also put a tire on it. I greased it up, cleaned it up a little bit, and I ended up checking my transmission oil and figured out that it was full of water. So I flushed it out about 2 or 3 times. And after that and got some daylight, I was ready to test her out. And as you can see, it got the job done. I'm ready to do a little more work with it. But for now, I think that's going to be all for this video. If you watch this video, I can't thank you enough for watching. You're watching Driving with Drew, and we'll see you later.